Alright, I gotta get that divine orb. Alright, you guys want to see some mad skills? Got him. Alright, let's do this. What's up, everyone? This is Snoo. We got a huge video for you today. This is the first long-form video of the league, the first 100 maps farming session, and the first perception versus reality that I'm coming out with this league. It has everything to do with the new league mechanic, which I think most of you are becoming quite familiar with how challenging it is, how difficult it is, and how rewarding it can be. And if you're tuning in to your favorite big name streamer, Magic Find streamer especially, you're probably coming away with one common theme, which is Wandering Path. Wandering Path is the best thing since sliced bread. It's the best way to unlock your atlas. It's the best way to farm altars. It's the best way to magic find. If you're not doing Wandering Path, you're doing it wrong, right? That is kind of the message that sometimes gets sent out there by the community, and I'm here to tell you, don't have to be doing Wandering Path. Now, every single league, I usually start off with a non-wandering path strategy. This league, I'm holding on to that ideal longer than usual because it so happens I kicked off this league with a build that is not exactly tailored for this. I'm not running Tornado Shot. I'm not doing the new Scourge Arrow of Menace. I'm not doing Lightning Arrow. I'm not doing a wide variety of other builds that have proven to be much more solid in the face of really hard mapping content. I'm doing Caustic Arrow, which is very, very good in its own right. But again, the content's harder than usual, which puts me on my back foot a little bit. This is definitely the most relatable that you'll see me in most cases. I am not sporting a mirror tier bow. I'm not sporting a Headhunter either. I have, you know, a lot of decent gear. I got around 50 to 60 divines worth of gear on right now, so I have managed to set up my character to be pretty strong, all things considered. My build is basically about done, aside from, you know, elevating it to, you know, Headhunter stuff, but I can't scale the build all that much anymore. I will be coming out with a video on this build here probably after this farming session, because you know what, I'm expecting to have a Headhunter after this farming session. That's how much currency I think I'll be making. But let's go back to the Atlas real quick. So what we have here is a non-wandering path Atlas, and you know, you guys got to think about it for yourself. If you are struggling really, really hard, if you're magic finding or not magic finding and trying to do Wandering Path, trying to do what all the big name streamers are doing, and it's not working out for you, you might want to take a step back, think twice about the league mechanic. You can skip the league mechanic, still do all right. Things are not priced wildly out of control, not yet anyway, for just to drive that point home. And then you can also adjust how much of the juice you're getting in your maps. If you want to do the league mechanic, you can kind of tailor to it. That's something I love about this league mechanic. Reminds me a lot of Scourge League. Stacking things up as hard as you want, trying to go to the end, but not necessarily getting there, not necessarily wanting to go all the way. And then you can be running an Atlas like this. So this is what I've been doing the entire time. It's focused on Shrines, Strongbox, Harbinger, Eater of Worlds, Ghosting is even in there, blocking all the mechanics, all the increased effect of modifiers, non-unique maps, quantity, rarity. Guess what? This is the exact identical Atlas that I ran last league. At one point, when I was doing some speed, solo, ghosting, shrine stuff, I came out with a video last league doing 100 cemetery maps. So that's actually really interesting because we're going to get to see how the results compare this time with the league mechanic added on, adjusting the strategy just ever so slightly. We'll get into that in just a second. But anyway, this is the Atlas. I still have a little bit of Nico packed with energy and even a chance to spawn him naturally because I'm not actually putting Nico on the device anymore. So we'll get into the compasses and scarabs here. I got some divines and chaos to cover the cost of ambush on the map device, which is naturally there. So that's nice because of course we're running Enraged Strongbox. Yes, Enraged Strongbox always there. But you know what? I think this league, Enraged Strongbox, not necessarily the be-all end-all at the end. We'll see. I'm going to test a little bit without it in the future. But for now, you know what? It usually ends up being the best anyway. But like even in Calandra League, it was technically the best. But maybe not quite as paramount as usual. We'll be going Harbinger and the Gloom Shrine. The Gloom Shrine still helping carry me through maps with my, you know, piddlywink Caustic Arrow build. Can actually handle content when I do things right. Now, if I die with the Gloom Shrine on, I can ruin a map a little bit. So hopefully I don't brick too many maps. To that point, I actually rolled my maps. And another thing you might have heard is that when you do stats like this, you have to run 8-mile corrupted maps. You should be using the 8-mile corrupted maps sextant or buying them straight off TFT. That sextant's like the most expensive thing in the game right now. Even in ranked strongbox isn't as expensive as that sextant. But no, you can actually roll your own maps. And I'd prefer not to take the time to do that, but at this point in the league, if that particular compass is going to be wildly priced, and especially if I'm not doing Wandering Path, it actually makes a lot more sense to roll your own maps and actually run the ones that don't necessarily spawn absolute top tier. So I got a lot of 4, 5, and 6 modded maps here. A nice weird selection of 4, 5, 6 modded maps, some 8 mod corrupted maps, and then some unidentified maps, which of course I can increase the pack size, which will serve me very well for the league mechanics especially, because like, you know, most juicing mechanics, it's all about pack size at the end of the day. But in the case of the unidentified map, I get to have 4, 5, or 6 modded maps and have basically the same amount of pack size that I would have on a Wandering Path 8 mod corrupted map, around 50 to 60 or 65% increased pack size. So it'll be a much, much easier map. It does, however, cost me a sextant, which is a pretty big cost, and some quantity and rarity. But, you know, all things being equal, that's a pretty good trade-off when the content's as hard as it is. For the compasses, or rather, for the compasses, of course, I do have a swap out here from the Harbinger over to the unidentified map pack size one. So I am farming Harbinger, and Harbingers are wildly cheap. The cheapest sextant I've ever seen. It's 5 chaos apiece for the sextant is what I paid for it. The Scarabs are dirt cheap. They're basically the cheapest Scarabs. And so nobody's farming Harbinger. Maybe because a new divination card came out, but it's actually didn't matter because fracturing shards are still almost 8 divines again. And annulment orbs are more expensive than they've ever been. Exalted orbs still pretty expensive. So I'm just going to go on a limb and say there's probably nobody farming Harbinger. So shout out to you if you're actually farming Harbinger. You're probably making some pretty good money, whether it's out can go or juicing or anything. In this case, whenever I drop down to the unidentified map pack size, I'll be focusing less on the Harbinger shards and stuff and be just more about the monsters they spawn. It's always about the monsters they spawn anyway, so that's going to be good. So we got Ambush here, we got Harbinger, we got Divination, and Reliquary. So I'm still doing a very traditional farm. The only thing different from last time is that I'm not using the Ghost, the Torment, Scarab. I'm using Harbinger, Scarab instead. But the Atlas is basically set up the same way. So I'm focusing less on Ghost, more on Harbinger. Ghost may not be quite as good this league, not only because it was nerfed a bit to 20 monsters instead of 50, although the monsters or the ghosts themselves can still affect 50 monsters. But also, it appears to be additive with the league mechanics, quant rarity, built into the monster probably. So for that reason, mainly, ghosting may not be as good. But I'm still going to do it on the side. And that's what's one of the cool things about the Atlas tree is that we get to block a whole bunch of mechanics and spawn the ones we really want naturally. We get to spawn extra shrines. We get to spawn extra strong boxes, which could be the ghost strong box. The shrines could end up being all the glitters here. You know, when I get this Covetous Shrine with the gear I have on, I have 120% increased quantity for the entire map. And it happens like in a quarter of my maps. Think about how impactful that is. That's pretty insane for this kind of setup. And yeah, anyway, almost off track there. So we'll get back in here and we're going to start it off with this map. But first, bring it down to PoE stack, which I'm using here. And the price points are all here. It actually overpriced. Overpriced the mysterious Harbinger thing. The Scarabs are a little underpriced here because they're not for bulk selling, but I am running operative strong boxes, so Scarabs are kind of expensive this league, I guess. Maybe relative to normal. They're probably just about normal, but operative strong boxes is one nice thing that we get to have when we don't run Wandering Path, as well as duplicated currency and divination cards from the strong box. Actually being able to farm Harbingers is also nice, and since everybody else is doing Wandering Path this league, I'm not doing it, so I'm going to get a lot more currency earned from Harbinger. I'm going to be a lot more efficient than I would be if I was doing Wandering Path. That's one big reason why I'm not doing it. It's not that it doesn't give more loot or more currency on the whole. It's that if you're going to die way more and brick maps more, you're not even going to be as efficient. So why do it? And why lose your sanity over it as well? Because I want to push the league mechanic too. I will be willing to go up to around 2,000, 3,000 juice of a particular one. I've begun to get a feel for what I can and cannot handle with this build. I think this, again, I think that's one of the great things about the league mechanic. A lot of player agency in how you set up the juice in your map. Not just talking about like what league mechanics, but how much you empower the monsters, and you can kind of get a feel for what your build can handle or not. I have had a few maps where I've done 4,000 or 5,000 juice, and the only way I can even get through that map is with the Gloom Shrine, but then usually I'll probably die. At some point it'll be a waste. So I'll be a little extra careful. I'm going to try to do my best, and we're going to see what happens. Last time I dropped 740 union cards when I did this. It's very important to note this stat. Almost the exact identical strategy. I do have 75% increased quant on gear, not 60% increased quant on gear, so I'd say the difference with diminished return, maybe ballpark, is somewhere around 800 unions. All things being equal, probably is the sort of benchmark. So I want to see how many more unions I get than 800 in 100 maps, because I'm betting it's going to be a lot more than 800. Now, it's usually around 1,000 or so with this setup if I was doing 8 mod corrupted wandering paths, because I also had some footage back there, so I saw. So, you know, wandering paths results in like 20-30% more divination cards, something like that, compared to an equal strat without it. So it'll be very interesting to see how impactful the league mechanic is. I don't actually know the answer yet, so I'm going to get to see some really nice data on my end, because I can compare it to previous strategies, assuming drop rates haven't really been buffed or nerfed. Okay, we're ready to get started. We're going to put this away. Now, we'll say, you know, the league mechanic being what it is, it does require you to spend more time in maps. Definitely some of the longest maps I've ran, because we got to go into a separate realm, do stuff in there, and then we come back out and the monsters have more health. So at least up until the point where I have a build that just absolutely destroys everything in the blink of an eye, you know, multi-mirror tier build, regardless of how juiced up the map is. You know, every single map I do is going to take a little extra time, and it's that way for everybody right now. So that's all right. That's how it goes. All right, so sit back and enjoy. We're going to start with, I guess it's just a 6 modded map. Good pack size, given what it is. The way I've been rolling these maps, I might make a separate video on this, but I roll them up to 28% increased pack size, at least. Without the mods, Chaos is extra, Fizz is extra Chaos, and no regen, because I'm running Calm Spirit as well as, you know, this Recovery Mastery. Gets bricked that way. Makes the maps a lot more dangerous for me. But anyway, those are the only 2 map mods I'm not running. I can run either Reflect and run even Chaos Reds. It's fine. There we go. Eater of Worlds. We're going to do Ambush. And I will be paying a little bit of attention when I see a map in here that's like really ugly, really off. I will throw Nico on automatically, and I'll get to take advantage of Packed with Energy. Sometimes Nico might spawn randomly in there. So anyway, I was running Nico, forcing it on there, but I want to take Harbinger a little more seriously now. And since it just seems to be so lucrative. Did you spawn the portal already, dude? Thank you. I'm just getting out of here. This is way more than I should have. Alright, no regrets. No regrets. 3rd map. Take that shrine. Really well on this map. Be another easy. I mean, the easier maps are in the front because none of these are 8 mod corrupted. Oh my god, first tier 0, and I kept dropping this last league. No, Maruhi Urki. I only dropped 2 of those last league, and I dropped another one just now. Oh no, tier 0. Oh, why? Oh, I got blue somewhere. Some blue. Why is it going down there? Why is there a shrine down there, damn it? Fuck, I have to go make sure that's not the Gloom Shrine. It is a Gloom Shrine. See? Alright, so there's the evidence that sometimes you can literally screw yourself over where the shrines spawn down below. So that's one really annoying thing about my strat. So what I'm going to do now is, and I won't even necessarily detect that shrine, by the way. It can like spawn down here without me even knowing. So I'm going to keep going until I spawn the portal. What is this? Now I risk dying here, actually, which would be unfortunate, but no death. Okay. So now I'm going to go back around, and I kind of saved myself because now I can just exit this way. And I got full Gloom Shrine time. Lucky. Oh, it's only 126% quant. Well, I need to hit the Covetous Shrine too. Then this is like 1% quant more than the Covetous Shrine gives. It's not even anything special. It's pretty funny. And I hit the Invulnerability Shrine. What? I duped Invulnerability, guys. Duped Invulnerability. Oh my god. No, I didn't get Covetous. No. Brother Stash. Uh-oh. Losing the battle. We're losing the battle. No, Brother Stash and Raw Exalt. I got 6 Exalts and no Divines this map. What? Better drop a gift. Make up for it. Better. Brother's Gift is changed into Divine, not Stash. Stash is Exalts. Red Star, what? Oh! Well, still unlucky because it's 6 Exalts versus 2 Divines, so I'm not satisfied with that. Sorry. Duped Mage Blood, oh my god. Definitely. Definitely. Wow. What? Sectuple Mage Blood drop. What? Dectuple Mage... I don't know how many that is. I just dropped like 13 Mage Bloods on the ground, guys. Wow. Jesus Christ. Duped uniques with yellow and purple. This is what you get. I only had like 1,500 of each though. I actually had like 5k of each or something. Oh my god. You know there's probably literally nothing of value in all those uniques. It's probably all trash. I'm not getting my hopes high. Should count how many heavy belts are in this map, though. There's a lot. There's really a lot. Damn, I'm leveling again. Almost 4 bars. Oh my god, this is the most dangerous effing spot, man. What in the world? I hate these mob types. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. That's something. Freaking goblin before he got any juice. Word. And I'm picking up a lot of blue. Oh. Not like this. Alright. Gilded ambush scale. Oh my god, alright. Crimson Jewel. Inspired Learning. Alright, that's actually not worth nothing at this time of the league. Say bye-bye to the Deadeye next league. Dude, I can play champion, I don't care. A Covetous Shrine? You 170% quant 629 rarity on the player. Because of this buff too. Invulnerability shrine up. Oh, this garbage again. Fuck. $40 on invuln shrine. Oh, I gotta kill this guy now. Rogue Exile dropped a bunch of maps. Did I see that right? Brother's Gift. Alright, redeemed. Good map. We've been redeemed. That was some loot. Just 1,500 purple, 1,500 blue, and 500 yellow. That's what that was. I have noticed, it appears in some way that if you actually get some of all three, good things happen. Anytime a monster is triple empowered, it's always dropping a ton of stuff. Even if the empower level is kind of low on one or two of them, if it actually is triple empowered, it's gonna be good. Have you guys noticed that? Like, for example, if I had the choice between... Oh, here he's Ire again. Nice. Another big drop. Another 3 divine drop. Or much higher if it rolls well. Actually, it's probably only going to be 2 divines or less by the time I finish this today. Maybe going down. Maybe I don't not go down that bad. I don't understand why Here He's Ire isn't a red star, because it should be. Red star, please. Red star me. Oh, I got these stupid tinctures. Boo. 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 Fortress? Fortress used to be worth something. Red star? Brother's Gift! Oh my god! I'm playing catch up. Yay! Ramping. Ramping. Hey you. Mr. Ghost that I cannot kill. Oh, thank God I got a big massive shrine. A lot of extra life. Another Brother's Gift. Oh. Ugh. On a currency map. Interesting. I can absolutely DPS my way to victory here, but I'm very squishy. I really can't take hits in this scenario. But like the amount of damage output that I have here is like beyond disgusting. Like as long as I don't die. This Echoist combined with... I also have the big massive shrine and the minion shrine. The minion shrine helps a lot. What? That's the new card? Oh no, it's Dying Sun. Dying Sun. I've never seen that card before. How do you make a 90% reservation goal? Well, you could corrupt like 50 of them and hit it maybe once, or you can just buy one off trade. Somebody else hit it. I bought one for... The one I bought, I think, was 3 divines. That's why I paid for it. Now that I bought one, probably a bunch of people bought the other ones and probably don't even exist now, but... There were like 5 or 6 of them on trade when I bought it. And I was already using the Gullhelm anyway. I just wasn't using the reservation efficiency yet. Yeah, it's a normal corruption from the... Ooh. my signature Viridian Jewel, yo. Natural instinct. Oh. Alright, now I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood despite bricking maps. First one of the league? No, that's not the first one of the league. So much less often I'd be bricking maps, and just how much faster I'd be doing this content if I had no magnifying gear. And if I just went full-blown pedal to the metal. Like, I would be doing these maps in literally half the time. And so even if I was netting half the profit, yeah, at least coming out even. Hell, maybe having more fun at it too. Instead, you know, I'm kind of banging my head against the wall a little bit here, bricking maps here and there. One bricked map is a massive loss in, like, your... It's not necessarily a massive loss in total profits, but in terms of, you know, how much efficiency you're getting. Oh my god, another Ralakesh boots. Is that the third one? What the hell? Another 5 divine boots. I'm guessing they're down to 5, but... Whatever the hell happened to the brothers cards? They just stopped dropping completely, either of them. Really weird. I feel like I'm getting scammed.
What the fuck? What? What is that? What is that, dude?
Oh, I have no breath. Whoa. Whoa, that Ventor, dude. Oh my god, that's me, one of the best Ventors in the whole server. For a Wrath player, jeez. Wow. Why Wrath though? Wrath? 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 I mean, any magic finders with Wrath aura? Ooh. Oh my god. That's so dangerous there. 26 seconds. Another Divine Orb. Dupe Divine Orb. Say hello to my little friend. But where's the brother's gifts? Another Divine Orb. And I died. Okay. I opened almost all the strong boxes. I had some wacky, crazy juice. I had like 6k juice or something total. A lot of blue juice. So it does look like quant rarity and player increases the currency drops. So it's not purely like Nemesis 3 was. That's exciting. Now we just need to not be an idiot and loot this map. A 5 divine bricked map. How about that, guys? Alright, I gotta get that divine orb. Alright. You guys want to see some mad skills? Got him. Best yoink of the league. Got him. That was so good. So much loot I left on. Dude, I left like over like 5 divines of bubblegum currency on that map still. You like Burrow Chambers? Well, I hate to break it to you. Nobody's chilling. This league. This is not a chill league. This is a ramp your ass off and squeeze your butt cheeks league. Oh hey. That's some Scarabs. What even is this mob? He's shooting MTX in my face. This mob has some crazy MTX on it. Not a juicy map. Oh, okay. We got a nice altar here. We got divination cards. There's other divination cards. So nurse card, immortal, patient, all on the table. Polished ambush as well. The immortal, bruh. Yoink. We're missing a div shrine earlier, I guess. Brother stash, damn. Oh, they still exist. And only one, by the way. It could have duped again. I would have actually been furious if that had duped. I just did my own thing. I didn't learn very much Japanese, actually. Enough to get by. Oh. Very fortunate. Very fortunate indeed. Yes. Very fortunate. Hey, the Rusted Bard used to be valuable too. Got the duped gift. Duped Exalt even? What in the world? This map is supposed to drop mostly uniques. This is a high quality unique map dropped in, and my drops are a brother stash and 2 gifts. Okay, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. 8 mod corrupted map drops and everything. Wow. I'm gonna go on a limb and say purple is good for wing scarab conversions, because that's the second map in a row I had over 3k purple. Oh, Fizz is extra. Fizz is extra for div dupes. Worth it. Alright, we got one shitty shrine after another. Let's see if the back up. Back up, resist shrine. Alright, it's good. Back up. Same shrine as before. What the fuck? Back up. Ooh, minion shrine. Echoish shrine. Alright, we're good. Haven't picked up the gloom shrine yet. Gloom shrine. Ah, misclicked. Tied with speed. Bro. Double div dupes? Please don't DC. Please don't DC me, Chris Wilson. Please don't DC me. I'm not breaking the system, I swear. Oh my god. 108% chance to dupe div cards. Please drop a brother's gift. Please drop a brother's gift. Okay, well I'm gonna walk away with 30 union cards at least, so that's fun. 30 unions. Another red star. Red star. No, why? I don't want divine. What? Oh, gilded scarabs. Another divine. What the hell? Let me get this straight. I have a 100% chance to dupe div cards, and I can't stop dropping raw divine orbs. Is this real life? This is like every map I've ever ran. That's what this is. Just one time. Come on. One time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I'm officially mad. I'm officially mad now. You can't do this to me. Not like this. Wow. Another one. Getting some last map magic a little early, guys. I do have a lot of yellow. Hey everybody, we're back. We're going to check out the results. Man, do I got a story to tell you. Stay tuned for the conclusion or final thoughts on this one. I learned a lot about the league mechanic and a lot of reshaping my perspective on how I'm going to be approaching the league mechanic moving forward, different things I want to test. We'll talk a little bit about that in the conclusion. But first, we're going to see what the results are. I'm just going to scroll through here because it's pretty funny to scroll through all the different dump tabs. A few items here that aren't being counted worth anything, so we're going to add those in. I think these 8 items here. And, I mean, you can see I'm picking up orbs of alteration and alchemy orbs and stuff, so that was actually a little bit problematic. Even full stacks of alteration orbs. Moving forward, I'm not looting these anymore because it's just too much stuff. I had to use more dump tabs than ever before. I used this many dump tabs to drop all the loot. Wow, that was a lot of clicking. So, major Nemesis 4 vibes. But anyway, that's fun for a short time. First, let's go here and see the breakdown. So, all that enormous, stupidly high amount of bubblegum currency, as well as some divine orb, resulted in 120 divines worth of currency here. 91 divines in cards. We'll look at the spread in a minute there, but this is like the sort of macro level spread. Uniques ended up being quite impressive on this one. 32 uniques. I was surprised there. Scarabs, also pretty high. That's a massive amount of operative strong boxes and some Scarab explosions. Maps is big because we just get a lot of maps, and maps are worth a lot. The cemetery, burial chambers, and well, Crimson Temple, a little lesser point, and then it drops off pretty hard there. We go up here, we see that I got around 304 divines. And I just want to check something here because I don't think, okay, doesn't register Valdo's map right now. We got 9 brothers gifts and 10 brothers stashes. So a little bit unlucky, I guess, right? Because I got 853 union cards. Now 853 unions, take it divided by 88. This is how many brothers cards I should get. So 9.7 brothers cards. So I get 9 gifts, 10 stashes. I'm just exactly where I should be on gifts and stashes. Would have been nice if I got one more gift, but oh well. We have the union cards again, 853. I said the benchmark would probably be around 800 here. So the interesting thing is I bricked some maps. Okay, hard bricked a couple maps, and I had one map that just straight up DC'd. I got disconnected, so it was a server side issue. Lost a ton of currency on that map. And I had many partial bricks, so I know I didn't. I honestly can't give you a really accurate tell on how many union cards I dropped. Just too much bricking maps going on. So hopefully we'll be able to correct that. But I don't know. This league it's going to be extra hard because we can push the limit further and further on each map. It's going to be really hard to get like really solid numbers on some of these farms over time. And I think there's going to be a lot of variance. But just take it for what it is. I exceeded the sort of benchmark of around 800 union cards based on what a previous strategy did when I ran it last league with ghosting instead of harbinger focus. So that's pretty cool. We got 2 Relikash Impatience. It's really popular this league. An Immortal Call is big. It's 2,000 fusings, a bunch of annulments, cemetery maps, and Unnatural Instinct. Look at this, 11 fracture shards. Can you believe I only got 11 fracture shards? Not only did I not get a single fracture orb conversion, not only did I not get a mirror shard, didn't get hardly any fracture shards. So really disappointed there. Apparently the corrupted Sapphire Gem Fortress Covenant is worth 4 divine. Didn't know that. That's cool. There's the brother stashes, a whole bunch of bubblegum currency. I guess Forbidden Tomes at 10. 10, 45 chaos. 28 exalted orbs, so it looks like I got really lucky on the exalted divine spread. Very lucky. Wow, okay, interesting. 41 divines, 28 exalts. Alright, then we'll just scroll through here. A bunch of scarabs coming up. Replica dragon fangs at a default price of 16 chaos, so you know that's definitely being undershot a bit. There are some other things that didn't get counted, like influence maps. A few things that just absolutely don't even get counted whatsoever here. And then of course the rolls, you know, I had 3 Heres Ires in there. And actually, where are they? It's weird. 1.4 divines. Yeah, I had a couple that are worth more than that because they rolled well, right? So a lot of items that roll well, and it doesn't get counted accurately here, really. So for the currency gain, I forgot to add the Valdo maps, so I'll just give 1 divine a piece there. So exceptional gems plus Valdo's not showing up at all here, so we're going to add that in manually. Investment cost, remember, 52 divines, 304 divines. We'll take the full number here. 51,985 chaos divided by now is 171. So the divine orb ratio has changed a little bit. Interesting, exactly 304. Plus 9.7, so be 913.7. Right, so 313.7 minus 52.4. Okay, 261.3. Divided per map, that's net profit of 2.61 divines per map on average. And per hour, so here's, okay, we didn't talk about this, but this was the longest 100 map session I've ever done. Even though it's designed to be one of the fastest ones with shrines, movement speed and crazy. That's because of the league mechanic. Some maps, you know, I actually timed a few maps that were like 4 minutes flat. Full clear, full map. Typically meant there wasn't much juice on the map. Some maps took 14 minutes. Some maps didn't even finish at 14 minutes. So it was a widespread there, but on average, based on what I was seeing, it was around 14 hours to do all of it. And again, that's way longer than even the longest one I've ever done. So that's an average time of almost 9 minutes per map. Average. I did get better over time, but you know, there was a lot of variance in how seriously I took the league mechanic. Towards the end, I was kind of taking my time in there a little bit because I was seeing the returns from trying to take it seriously. So yeah, I did that, and I don't regret it. But it did mean that the divines per hour suffered a bit there. But anyway, got apparently around 18.6 divines an hour. So it'd be interesting to see if I could possibly do something similar to this, but actually run him a lot faster and just not brick max. I mean, God only knows how high this number can get, this league. We're going to find out. You know, there's a wide variety of different things I want to test. But first, I'm going to do the gambling portion. Obviously, a lot to gamble. We got the Valdo's maps to unlock. We got Voidborn Reliquary Keys. Make sure that showed up on here, actually. Yeah, okay. Only 3 of them. And we got a lot of 3 to 1-ing to do. And, yeah, you saw this in the highlights. That's, this happened in the map. And is only being counted as worth a default Ventor's gamble. So, you know, that's obviously worth way, way, way more. So, be right back with the gamble. Well, everybody, we are done. All done. That took a while to clear everything out and get everything necessary that needed gambled to be gambled. And here's the results. I think it's honestly probably one of the worst I've ever had. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a Marohi Iriki in here just to remind everyone who might have missed it. I did get a tier 0 unique. And it's a terrible one, and so it's here, so I think it's technically worth a little bit, but anyway, that's the thing. Plus 2 progs, Thunderfist worth 1 divine, 7 League Step here, also worth about a divine, Sedima's Touch also worth about a divine. Out of one of the Voidborn keys, I did get a Badge of the Brotherhood, not even worth the divine, and then foil series Reflections worth like 80 chaos, but you know, I guess it's okay, because in a way I gambled mid-session and dropped this out of a strong box, and this was the ultimate GG Ventors, probably the best Ventors, maybe the best Ventors I've ever seen, depending on how you feel about the implicit. Definitely a top 10 moment for the league. No way that's not going to be a top 10 moment for the league. I don't know what this is going to sell for, but I don't think I'd give it away for any less than like 50 divines. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how much I need the currency, I guess. But I'm going to try to sell this. It's going to take a while to find a buyer, probably, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for the gamble session. What's left now is final thoughts. So I do definitely have some final thoughts on this. The league mechanic is definitely hard, and it requires, you know, the player to step up to the challenge and learn and figure out how much of a challenge they're willing and able to accept in the map based on how they're able to perform the map. It's even harder if you're wearing Magicifying gear. And I'm wondering, right off the bat, if it's even really worth wearing a bunch of Magicifying gear, at least a certain gearing threshold. Probably at the super endgame, it certainly will be, because we'll just be so stacked in damage overall in our character that we can kind of overcome even the crazy challenge of stacking a bunch of Wisp Art. But early on in the league, I bet a lot of people might be overlooking the idea of just doing this straight up with like a really strong character, no Magicifying gear, getting really good at the league mechanic, a lot of Wisps, and still getting a ton of currency. I'm quite certain that things are priced in such a way that that kind of player would still make an absolute killing. And it is in fact something I would like to test in a future video, hopefully sooner than later. Another thing, a big takeaway for me was I found myself getting better and better at the wisping, having better control over it. Looking forward to the day that I can just kind of cut loose and collect as many wisps as I want and not feel like I gotta hold back. I bricked a few maps in a really awful way because I went up to like 3,000 or 4,000 or even 5,000 in a couple cases of one color. Bad idea. I should probably get crit immune in the build somehow, because that's what the blue wisps do. They basically power monsters so that they're just always critting for an obscene amount of damage. But if you're crit immune, probably won't matter. So I think that's going to be maybe the most important league ever for mappers to be crit immune, actually crit immune, or at least reducing a huge amount of crit damage. I'm going to be changing my build a little bit to fit that in somehow. Have enough currency for a Headhunter, way more than enough. Since I farmed over 300 divines, I'm going to collect that here, hopefully before the stream is done. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to stay with Caustic Arrow until I have what it takes to switch over to Tornado Shot, which is a few really big items like a bow quiver and a couple other things, of course. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. There's a lot of currency. There's so much player agency involved, and you're really able to test yourself, and you can definitely feel like, you know, the ceiling's quite high on this. And you know, for players who want to take a character a long ways, which is what I like to do. I like to basically make one character a league and take that character a really long ways in the gearing process. That kind of player is going to feel extremely rewarded this league, because we quite incentivized to stack our character up as much as possible. So I'm very much looking forward to this league. Quite excited. I think this might actually be the best league, my favorite league ever. I'm seeing a lot of correlations with Scourge and Sentinel, but with even more effective player agency affecting the entire map with magic finding, bonus magic finding, based on how you perform in the secondary realm. That's a lot of player agency involved, and I'm here for it. I think it's going to be great. So look forward to a lot more videos, a lot more 100 map sessions, trying out different things. I'm going to try Jungle Valley. I'm going to try boxes, no boxes. Might be a decent league for no strong boxes. Might be some potential there. Blue wisps, yellow wisp, which wisp is best. Some videos showcasing how to do the secondary realm, everything I've learned after a lot more than 100 maps anyway. I got a lot better in just 100 maps, so I'm going to keep that trend, keep continuing, seeing what I can do. But in the meantime, I'm going to collect a Headhunter, and probably not going to be running Mage Split this league. At least not in terms of clear. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the results, enjoyed the highlights. Are pretty off the wall. Way more uniques than I expected, for sure. But anyway, we'll be here for more. See you guys in the next video.